I'm a Gypsy Jazz guitar player, and I'm feeling kind of offended when I see this.
AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist, AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist.
AI playlists have been all around YouTube lately, and Gypsy Jazz makes no exception to the rule. You can find hundreds of up to 6-hour playlists of so-called Gypsy Jazz, which is actually entirely AI generated. And there is so much to say about this. Let's talk about the music in itself. For me, it's so difficult to criticize this music because it's so perfect but completely lame at the same time. I'm not sure we can even call this music. It's so fast, it never stops. As if someone died on an arpeggiator. Is he okay? Shh, he's composing. Can anyone endure the 6 hours of playlist without losing his mind? I'm sure this is used to torture people in a prison somewhere. And it's supposed to be relaxing!
AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist.
My concern is that people are not warned that this is AI generated, and even if they find out, they don't really care. I'm getting the feeling that all of the music produced by this page is AI. I like it though. This is not machine-made. This is Gypsy Jazz. This is therapy. Thanks a lot. Who are the great musicians? Give them credit. I know who is the author. He's a man called Django Reinhardt. Even if the performer is synthesized, then it is competently trained in human live music that touches the soul. Can you get more? I want more!
AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist.
Let's have a look at the visuals used to depict Manouche culture and Gypsy Jazz. Let's start with my favorite, the Gypsy Ska Orchestra. I was not aware we could play Gypsy Jazz and Ska at the same time. It's funny to see how all the details on this picture are wrong. Anyway, I'm pretty sure those guys are not jazz musicians, they're way too happy. There is also the Japanese guitar player. Have you ever seen someone playing Gypsy Jazz in kimono? Well, and also the classic Western Gypsy Jazz trio with really weird instruments. And look at those two, they kinda look like Django, it's true, but this one seems to have 6 fingers, twice the number of fingers required to play the style. And look at this man! I guess I'd be happy to spend the next 6 hours with him. The only problem is that his caravan is stopped in the middle of the desert. Maybe he lost his way to Django in June. And what about those cowboys? Could it be those freed? Maybe they want to have a jam. Oh, and I love this one in a Parisian cafe, playing Gypsy Jazz. Look at that violin player in the back. She's so bad at violin that no one wants to play with her. Of course you can jam with us, but can you stay? Yeah, slightly. Yeah, thank you. Not to mention this violin player holding the double bass. Those visuals are such a parody of Manouche culture. And I fear that over time, the success of those playlists on YouTube, together with the great number of new and fake visuals created every day and effortlessly by AI, will ultimately impact the conception of Gypsy Jazz in people's minds. Yeah? Hey, it's the musicians for tonight. But where is your kimono? I wanted a Gypsy Jazz band. I have the mask. Fine, come in. Fortunately, YouTube users do spot that there is something wrong with those images, but strangely enough, they seem more bothered by the crappy visuals than by the fake music itself. Love the music. Evokes Camargue. The AI image need not to distract from the wonderful vibes. Just the picture is AI. The music is genuine. Hire a human next time, just like we buy your music instead of a computer-generated music that is free. Your music is real, right? Make your visuals real as well.
AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist.
So what can we learn from that? First, that people do not really know what is Gypsy Jazz. Of course, this is only a reminder of what we experience every day as professional musicians, that people have a very vague idea of jazz, guitar, but we can't blame them as even us musicians do not agree. Then it tells us a lot about how people engage with music today. For most of them, Gypsy Jazz is just a background music, and there are two sides to it. On the one hand, it allows us to work as entertainer for professional events or for wedding also. But on the other hand, we are only background music and people don't see the point of really listening to us. Of course, this can be frustrating. Lastly, and this might be the worst, people really don't notice if they are listening to AI or not. And even if they do, sometimes they don't care. What I'm most concerned with is the fact that people will have fewer opportunities to discover real jazz artists and good songs that can really move them. As of today, I do not see any benefit for me as a live musician playing gypsy jazz from AI. I know that some argue that this will bring new ideas to musicians, this will open a whole new world of possibilities, but I don't really agree. There are dozens of great guitarists and thousands of recordings I can transcribe for the rest of my days, so I don't need AI. To end on a more positive note, I will say that the more people will experience this garbage, the more they will feel the need to go to live performance and see real artists. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.
AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist. AI Gypsy Jazz Playlist.